What's up guys? Today I'm gonna show you how I got the straddle planche in 6 months. Alright guys, so the first subject is about training frequency, and many people have been asking me how many times I have been training for the planche. And most people actually think that I've been training like 4 or 5 or even every day for the planche, but I actually didn't. What I did, I trained specifically for the planche 2 times per week, next to my other strength workouts that I also did 2 times per week. So that was 4 workouts per week in total. And the reason why I did not train planche every day is because I wanted to take rest after I trained for the planche, because I was always really sore in my shoulders and also in my serratus when I trained for the planche. So I wanted to give my muscles enough rest to recover, so at least 48 hours. So now you probably wonder how I structured my workouts per week. So let's talk about the second subject, which is about my training method. As I already said, I did skill workouts and also strength workouts, and that's how we always train. So when I'm talking about skill workouts, then I'll mainly focus on static exercises or the skills that I'm trying to train, and those are the planche, the front lever and the back lever and the handstand. And on strength days we focus on the so-called strength exercises, or how we say the bent arm exercises, like push-up variation, pull-up variations, and also leg exercises. For example, the handstand push-up, pull-ups, archer pull-ups, muscle-ups of course. So how do I structure the workouts? For example, on Monday I did a skill workout, then I do the planche workout, and then the next day after, on Tuesday, I did the strength workout when I focus on the bent arm exercises. And then after that I take 1 day off, and then on Thursday I start with the skill workout again. So that will be the second planche training for me. And then on Friday I do the strength workout again. So that is how I structured my own workout routine. So now you probably wonder why the difference between skill workouts and strength workouts, and why do you just not train for the planche like 4 or 5 days in a week? Well, actually that's because the exercises that I do on strength days, such as handstand push-ups, weighted dips, weighted push-ups, are really good to increase your strength for the planche. So that kind of benefits each other, and therefore I structured my workouts like this. So guys, I highly recommend you guys to also implement these training method into your own workout program or workout structure. Alright, so that was all about the training method, and now let's have a closer look to my actual planche training routine. As I just said, I did 2 workouts per week, and I actually focused on 2 different areas on each workout. So on the first workout I focused on the downward movement of the planche, also known as negative movements. For example, the handstand to a planche. And on the second workout I focused more on the other way, the other movement, which was the upward movement. For example, an L-sit to a planche. And with this approach I make sure that I hit the planche from different angles every single training. And I personally think that this training technique has helped me the most during my planche progress from the past 6 months. Alright guys, so let's have a look to an example workout routine from my skill training that I did during my planche training sessions. When it comes to skill training guys, I always divide my workouts in 3 different aspects, and those are static exercises, dynamic exercises and core exercises. So for those who don't know what statics are known as holds in calisthenics. And with this you can think about a planche hold, a front lever, a back lever hold. And these are exercises when you try to hold a certain position in a certain angle as long as possible. And on the other hand, dynamics are exercises when you actually move from a certain position to another position. For example, planche push-ups or front lever pull-ups. And what I've personally found during my planche journey is that these dynamic exercises have been a crucial part of my progress, because I see many people only doing the static exercises. So when they're trying to train for a planche, they only do planche holds. So they're gonna try to do the tucked variation, then the advanced tucked, and then they stop training. But that's, in my opinion, one of the biggest mistakes that you can make, because you actually need to work for it. You need to train for it, and that can you do by doing these dynamic exercises. So when I did a planche training, I only did a few statics, a few holds for like 5 or maybe 6 to 7 times, and after that I started my actual workout when I did my reps and sets, and I actually counted the reps and sets as well. Alright guys, so let's have a closer look to my actual workout routine. So the first part are statics. So for example, the first exercise that I always did and still do on a day when I focus on the negative movements are a handstand to a planche. And with this exercise I try to hold this for a minimum of 5 seconds. I see so many people trying to do this exercise as well, and then they only can hold it for like 1 second or 2 seconds, and that just don't work. You need to actually hold the exercise for a couple seconds if you want to increase in strength. I say minimum of 5 seconds if you want to see some actual progress. And if you can't do it for 5 seconds, then you need to go back to a lighter variation. So for example, if you can do a handstand to an advanced tucked planche and you can't hold it for 5 seconds, then you need to go back to a handstand to a tucked planche for 5 seconds. And when you reach the 5 seconds, then you can move on to the next variation. So I do this exercise for 4 times, 4 holds. And this is personally more like a check what my current level is. And then I always move on to a assisted variation when I do the planche with a resistance band. And this also has been a crucial part in my planche progress, because now your body can actually adapt to the full movement that you're trying to reach. So when I do assisted planche exercises with the resistance band, I always do the full movement. So in my case, my goal was to do the straddle planche. So what I did, I always did the straddle planche. So I started with the strongest band, which enabled me to hold the straddle planche for like 5 to 10 seconds. And when I noticed I got stronger in that position with that certain band, I moved on to a lighter band. And so I kept working on my straddle planche with the resistance band. So I highly recommend you guys do the same, because that has been a crucial part in my planche progress. Alright, so the second part of my routine are dynamics. And for example, I did planche leans, pseudo push-ups, and also straight arm dumbbell raises. And when I do dynamics, I always try to do at least 6 to 8 repetitions, because now we want to work on strength. And when you want to work on strength, you want to do multiple reps, and you want to try to beat those reps every time when you train. And then at the end of the workout, I always finish my workouts off with some core exercises, because the core is a crucial part when it comes to skill exercises, especially to levers, which the planche is. So exercises, what I mostly did was the L-sit hold as long as possible, the hollow body hold, and the Superman hold. And with this again guys, I wrote down my results, and every time when I got back to my training, I tried to beat those results. Okay guys, so there was an example of my training routine, and again I want to emphasize that you need to include static exercises but also dynamic exercises. Alright, so let's move on to the fourth subject, which is about my training volume. So how many exercises did I do and how long do I train? Well, actually, as you just have seen, when I train for skills, I do planche exercises, but also front lever exercises. So for planche, I do 8 exercises, and for front lever, I also did 8 exercises. So that's like 16 exercises in total. So you might think now, wow, that's a lot, 16 exercises, but I actually superset the exercises. So that means when I do a planche exercise, I immediately do a front lever exercise after that. So that will take a lot less time. And my workout duration is about 1 hour to 1.5 hours in total. Alright guys, and the last subject that I want to discuss today is analyzing your progress. And that comes down to 2 different aspects. The first one is recording your exercises, and this has helped me a lot. So when you're recording your exercises, you can immediately see if you're doing the exercise correct or incorrect. And by doing that, you can also immediately change your form and your technique. So that's what I personally did. And the second way to analyze your progress is by tracking your results in a digital logbook. And why is this so important, guys? Every time when I went for a planche training, I knew my current level and what goals I had to achieve. For example, when I started the workout, I knew my best planche hold was like a 5-second hold with a resistance band. So I knew I'm gonna try to beat that 5-second hold, and I'm gonna try to get the 6 seconds today. And this also will helps you and stimulates you to keep on going, because you're in this way you're setting small goals for yourself and you see yourself progress every single week. And that is what helped me so much during my planche journey. So I would highly recommend you to do the same. Start making a routine and start making a digital logbook and track your progress, guys. Track your progress, that's so important. And if you find yourself having struggles with that, we also can take care of that. We make personal programs. So if you have any certain goals you want to work on, for example the planche or the front leaf, we can help you by making a personal program and a digital logbook, so you can apply this exact same method that I use for myself. So that was it, guys, for this video. This was actually the first time that I just talked to you guys. There was more of an informational video, and I'm really curious, guys, how you think about that. Let me know in the comments, and if you like this video, please put a thumbs up. It will help us a lot to grow this channel, guys, so please put a thumbs up, and I'll catch you in the next video this coming Sunday. Peace out, guys.